This is the most underrated, iconic dessert in all of Hawaii because it was hardly sold in restaurants, rarely showed up in menu listings, and no one could even agree what to call it. It only existed one way, on the Manapua man's route and in Chinatown. Aloha, I'm Tawny, and let's make layered rice cake. Here's what layered rice cake actually is. It's a steamed, chewy treat that's been built one layer at a time. 9 layers total. Each one sets before the next one goes in. Finish with the brown sugar top. And if you grew up eating this, you already know you need to say that for last. It's not a suggestion, that is just what you do. But here's the part that got me. When I started researching for this recipe, I couldn't find any official name for it. I called my dad, and he recalls going to Chinatown with grandma and eating it, but he didn't know the name for it. Then I asked Aunty Gail, she didn't know too. So I asked my community, and a viewer named 22 Wahine, she shared this with me. I still remember the Manapua man who came down our street carrying tins of hot steamed food that hung on ropes from both ends of a long stick he carried on his shoulders. You heard him before you saw him. Manapua, pepeao, and every kid on the street came running, coins already in hand. This is a dessert that arrived on someone's shoulders, literally. The least I could do was learn to make it. All right, we start with the dry ingredients: rice flour and tapioca starch. Rice flour gives the layers their structure, that clean, slightly firm texture that makes the peel possible. Tapioca starch is what makes each layer chewy and what turns it translucent when it hits the steam. Whisk them until they're combined and set them aside. Now, the liquid base. Water, coconut milk, whole milk, and white sugar all go into the pot together. Heat this over medium heat, stirring until the sugar dissolves completely. Then pull it off the heat and let it cool for about 15 minutes. Hot liquid starts cooking the tapioca starch on contact, and your batter will behave strangely later. Patience here will save you from a weird situation you can't fix later. Pour the cooled mixture into your flour bowl and stir until smooth. No lumps. This is your main batter. Now before you do anything else, scoop out 1 ladle into a small separate bowl and stir in a tablespoon of raw cane brown sugar. And that is your top layer. Guard it, set it aside. It has a very specific job at the very end of this. So get your pot of water boiling, then bring it down to a medium-low heat. Take your 6-inch square pan and mist it lightly with oil on the sides and bottom, and set it right inside the steamer to warm up. Before every single pour, stir the batter. The tapioca starch settles fast. 1 ladle, lid on 3 to 4 minutes, then you check. The clock is a guideline. Your eyes are the real measurement. This is where the technique lives. I want to show you exactly what it looks like because this is a make or break for this recipe. See that? Almost see-through, smooth across the top. That is done. That is what you want. Pour the next layer right on top and you'll feel it when the batter settles onto a properly set surface. Now if the layer looks wrinkly like this, it means the steam was too hot. Simply turn down the heat. Another clue to look out for is if your layer still looks milky white, it is not done steaming, or it needs to be hotter. For example, when I pour the batter onto the layer, it breaks the previous layer because it didn't finish steaming. I simply fixed it by blending it in with the other layer. You can also tell if the layer is wiggly or looks loose, it isn't cooked all the way. If it looks firm when you gently shake it, it means it is cooked. Stir the bowl, pour, lid on, check, translucent. Next layer. The last 2 or 3 might need an extra minute or 2, and that's normal. Don't rush them. And now, the brown top. This layer gets 6 minutes. The sugar makes it denser, so it needs the extra time. Same rules apply. You're looking for it to look fully set. No jiggle in the center. If you make this, I genuinely want to see it. Especially the peel. Especially the brown top moment. The full recipe with every measurement, all the visual steaming clues, and the full story behind this one is on the blog. Link is in the description. And if this is your first time here, I'm Tawny. I grew up on Maui and I cook all kinds of local Hawaii food. And I tell the stories behind the dishes. That's the whole thing. Mahalo, aloha, and go save the brown top for last. It peels in 1 layer at a time. This is so good. It has like a hint of like coconut in it, and it's not too sweet. I just love the chewiness too. I can see why people are addicted to this. This is super ono. And of course, I saved best for last. That brown layer is the best part. It has like a hint of like caramel in it because there's a little bit extra more sugar in it. This is by far one of my favorite recipes that I was able to develop and try out for this video.